Hey there, right, okay, final note. Congratulations for reaching the end of Module 4. I'm hoping that by now you can start to see how the candles are formed and why the candles move in a different direction when they make a certain formation and what have you. But I know that when you first get into these candle formations, it's going to be a little bit difficult. You're going to have these, your head's going to be pulsing. You're going to be wanting to go for these, you know for your headache tablets and whatnot, from some aspirins to relieve those pains. But trust me, it does get easier over time. I mean, I never went into a live trading account until after 18 months anyway. Okay, so this is no rush. All right, I mean, I've been trading for 12 years, and I mean, you will get to the point where I'm at now as well. But I'm hoping that if you study these formations, and then if you have any questions, that you answer the questions in the appropriate sections on our site, and then we can reply back to you. Emails, I mean, if you was to send us an email question, it most likely will be answered a little bit later. The best bet would be to go online and actually ask questions online via through our online section there, or even put in a support ticket. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you're a little bit worried about people knowing your username, because you might be shy or you don't want people knowing that you're learning something new or whatever, just change your username, okay, or have a username requested to be changed or something like that, so you can freely ask questions, okay, if you feel that that's bothering you about usernames, okay. So yeah, and with the candle patterns, I mean, you do need to be a little forgiving in the way that the patterns are being formed, because they're quite hard to find, but the overall sentiment at the end of the day should still be the same, based on like when you see you're in a downwards trend, if it makes new lower lows, but if the last candle made a new lower low, but it made actually made a higher high than the previous candle, then you know that you're going to be in an area where the market's going to change direction. All right, and it might not make sense straight away, but as you start doing the tradings, I'm hoping that in module 6 you'll actually see me go through all my mind process thoughts and what have you when I go ahead or prepare to open a trade or prepare to wait for a trade to come in. Okay, so we'll be going through all of those. We'll be going through every single one of the candle formations that we've been through in the video so far. We're going to go through all of the custom indicators, and we're also going to be using the line studies. And the line studies are actually in the next module. Okay, now with the line studies, we're going to be using what we've learned before about support and resistance and supply and demand, and we're going to be learning something a little bit new that we haven't really discussed in the whole detail, but just briefly, I think it was with the Fibonacci tool. Okay, we're going to be using the tools like the Esquistant channel. We're going to be using like the ARC and various other line study tools that I can't think off the top of my head, and all of these will be used to help us with our analysis. Alright, so once again, well done for getting so far. Alright, don't be too upset if you're not remembering all of the candle patterns straight away, and don't worry if you make a mistake on your demo account. A demo account is a demo account. You're not going to lose money in real life. Get used to opening and closing trades at the right time. Try and think outside the box, and not always extend your trades too long to a point where you feel like, okay, well, you might say to yourself, well, I'm going to get 600 pips out of this trade, but don't say you're going to get 600 pips out of this trade if you know that there's no reason for the trade to go up 600 pips. Alright, so set your TPs in a reasonable area. Like I mentioned before in one of the beginning of the videos, I mentioned something like, when we have a support level and I'm drawing my support levels in, I'm not going to always be 100% correct, so I like to use like an area of margin of around about 20%, okay, and bring my projected take profit area a little bit further up, so I would stand a little bit more chance of having my take profit being hit. Alright, and then again, with take profits being hit, you don't necessarily have to have your take TPB hit. You can move it up higher and move your stop loss up higher as well, booking more profits and hope to see if you can suck more out of the market. Alright, but you've done very well so far. I mean, we've got up to around about 115 videos so far. So if you're watching these one after the other, then it's going to be pretty much intense on the brain, so you're going to probably need to relax for a couple of days to let your brain come down to earth. Okay, but most of all, I mean, if you really want to be successful at this, go through all the videos again. I know it's going to be like, oh, I don't want to go through all these videos again, it's a long time, but please do go through the videos again when you get stuck on a certain segment. Okay, and then if you still get stuck after watching the videos a couple of times, let us know that you've watched that particular video underneath the relevant section, and we will jump to your rescue and help you out. Alright, so again, once more, congratulations. Alright, and I will see you very soon in Module 5. Bye for now.